Harry Forbes from ARC Advisory Group. I want to focus for a minute on management of electrical energy in manufacturing. One of the most common end user pain points that we hear about is energy that's unaccounted for and gets allocated rather than assigned to real activities in manufacturing. Manufacturers tell us what they need is, first of all, energy visibility at a very granular level. So whatever level they have energy visibility now, all the manufacturers are trying to push down to another level. The second thing they need is really the capability for energy automation. And at this point, that's more a capability than a solution, because the solution is more complex in terms of involving their activities in manufacturing, not just the energy consumption. Now, what we see across the whole spectrum of manufacturing and also manufacturing automation is energy and automation coming together. That's a little bit buzzwordy. What does that mean by concrete things? First of all, let's look at factory automation. And we see that there's technologies now being developed by major consortiums like Profienergy and CIP Energy. And these technologies enable energy visibility and automation at a very low level of granularity. So that can be built into devices, it can be built into machines, and it can be built into whole systems that are put together by system integrators. On the process automation side, we would include electric utilities in there. There are a number of technologies for visibility and automation of electric energy, including, say, culminating in things like IEC 61508. And there's a drive for higher levels of automation in process manufacturing too. And if you look at initiatives like procedural automation, it's very important for owner-operators to have higher levels of automation. And another trend we see is more and more suppliers have both energy and automation in their portfolio, and they're creating solutions. So we see more and more suppliers can supply both process automation and energy infrastructure. So electric energy and automation seem to be coming together, but what are the barriers? And how can end users work to get past them? First of all, one barrier that everybody has is a long equipment life, especially in process manufacturing. And the answer to that barrier is the ability to accept technology upgrades on existing equipment. The second barrier that's present everywhere is really part of the automation value chain. What happens is that between an equipment supplier and an end user, there's a value chain that includes people like EPC firms or system integrators or others such. And they're in the middle of the chain, and it's easy to blame those kind of firms for being laggards and making the industry a technological laggard. But really, those firms have long established business processes that are based on a business model of managing and reducing project risk. And owner-operators want them to have that kind of business model, so therefore it's difficult for them to try to dictate how they adjust their business processes to manage that risk. So what end users need to do is work with their suppliers in the supplier selection process. In other words, they have to assess the capabilities of the suppliers to manage and deliver the kind of things that they need. In other words, they don't want to dictate how the thing is going to be architected, but they want to dictate what they need. And what they need, again, is one, granular energy visibility, and two, the capability for automation of that energy. End users need to communicate those needs in their RFIs and in their RFQs, and when they do a supplier selection, they need to give this a lot of weight in the selection process so that appropriately they get the kind of infrastructure for electric energy that they need over the operating life. Their objective is to gain understanding and control of the energy resources that they consume in the manufacturing process.